Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Adrian Quesada. We are here at Electric Deluxe Recorders in East Austin, Texas. I'm going to hit you with a track breakdown of Mentiras Con Cariño. So full disclaimer, this was not the console that actually mixed the song through. That MCI is off to a new home, but I do have this in here now. It sounds buttery. It sounds great. I'm going to run it through here. I almost got the video screenshot of my computer happening so you can actually get into the Logic file and see kind of what was happening with automation and stuff, but that was way too damn complicated for this morning, so you're just gonna have to use your ears, use your imagination, and you're just gonna have to trust me. So the song starts with a 4-bar intro, which is pretty dramatic and big and just supposed to get your attention before it comes back down, and Ela starts the vocals and tells the story. One of the main things that people have been asking me about this song is actually the drums. So this was something that was done during the pandemic. This was very much a pandemic record. Almost everything was started in here, just me by myself, doing as much as I could. And then eventually I would reach out to friends who are more competent at certain things like drums and keyboards, et cetera, to replace parts. So this is my man J-Zone, aka Jarrett Mumford, on drums from New York City. He recorded these in his home studio, sent them over. It was just kick, overhead, snare. I love how kind of roomy it is. Nothing's too in your face. And all I did was run it to tape. Slam the tape pretty hard, so you'll hear some of the high-mid frequencies reacting in a really cool way, like the hi-hat and the snare. And all I did was add a little tiny bit of reverb to that snare, and it was good to go. You'll hear this hi-hat really reacting to the tape, which I love. And for verse 1, it's all pretty sparse. There's really not a lot going on. There's piano and bass, really just doing the same thing on a bass line. Things start to build eventually with the first verse with some flutes coming in and some guitar and whatnot, but there's really kind of a lot of space at first, and it's really just setting up this space for Ela, for her vocals to tell this story. So the flutes were done also remotely by my man Brian Donahoe, who has been doing a lot of flutes, horn parts for me, and he does it all at his home studio, sends it to me. I'm able to drop it in there, and he's a great orchestrator. He has a great sense of where to place things, and all I do is kind of edit a little bit. This guitar skank thing I was really trying to avoid on this song, but it just works so well with this snare. This song, the verse was nailed fairly quickly. Ela and I went back and forth quite a few times, but really nailed down the verse, and it was just the chorus that we were stuck on. I had some chords in here that never quite worked, and she was really we were all kind of hitting a wall on that, and she eventually just sent me this voice memo of her singing what she imagined the chorus to be, and went ahead and rearranged it in here, and the chorus is the chorus that you hear now, and really thankful that she pushed us both to get this right, because this chorus, particularly her vocals, are completely amazing.
No estoy para aguantarme mentiras con cariño. Quiero algo verdadero. Es lo único que pido.
Her vocals are amazing, pretty haunting on this one. I definitely used some tape delay and some reverb that is pretty heavily automated to come up on certain words. I really liked the drama that was bringing, and you'll hear the tape delay in particular creep up at the end of words.
Es lo único que pido.
And then we get to this next section, which I always love a good instrumental hook. I love it, gives a listener a ear, like a break from the vocals, and I think it just strengthens when the vocals do come in, because it's almost like you're longing for them again, and it just creates another sense of melody. I was actually driving to the studio one day. I remember I heard J-Lo's Jenny from the Block on the radio, which made me go back and listen to the Beatnuts Watch Out Now, which is the same sample, or maybe she just took the Beatnuts song, and it had this kind of flute, and I love that combination of some of the late 60s, early 70s stuff that has like flute vibes, super acoustic-y things that are all providing this melody and kind of rhythmic element. So yeah, this little instrumental hook is setting up verse 2. And as we get to verse 2, one of my favorite things that Hila did with this song was that she sent me this really cool background vocal arrangement that was all intact. All I had to do was literally place it, and she had it all harmonized, everything. And she had this perfect sense of arrangement of when to actually bring in a new element. So these are the backup vocals that start verse 2. When she sent it to me, it originally was this. And I added this tremolo, which I thought was the coolest thing I'd ever done. I remember sending a few versions of this mix and nobody ever commented on that. And it was until like the last final mix before mastering where she sent me a message on WhatsApp. She's like, "Did you add something wavy to those vocals?" And I was like, "Oh my God," I thought that was like the coolest part. Nobody noticed for about 10 mixes, but yeah, I added some wavy, I added a tremolo. I think everything's better a little bit wavy, and it adds a new section to this kind of second verse that I think as the song continues in every section, it just gets bigger and bigger. It's almost like this movie, you know?
Lo siento, mi amor, no vine para esto.
So at this point, you have a lot more going on in that piano and bass. There's the flute, and then there's the backup vocals and the guitar, and everything's kind of at full force here. And it all adds to the storytelling element of it. You know, it's all like a new chapter. That every chapter something is building and building to something. And you hear a little bit of that tape delay again here.
Felicidad la llevo ya conmigo, porque soy suficiente, aunque esté sin ti.
As we get to that second chorus, it hits the
Lo siento, no estoy para aguantarme.
like I mentioned, everything is in at this point. There's the flutes, there's the vocals, there's her vocal harmony, which she did on this chorus as well.
Es lo único que pido.
Thought about ending the song right here, but I loved having this instrumental outro, almost kind of created like this end credits kind of theme song or something that closes it all out. And again, the flute, Brian Donahoe is just amazing with that arrangement. All I did was kind of chop it up a little bit. One of the things I did here is I wanted, nobody was ever in the room, so we never actually played this together, but I really wanted the song to build like a band would build. So I had to actually draw that in. I had to automate everybody to be building in intensity here. So it sounds like we're all hitting something here. And then the congas come in. The congas are my man, Alberto Lopez from LA. Shout out Alberto. He sent me these congas and saved them till the very end. And again, the song starts the way the song ends the way it started, with just kind of this long dramatic buildup. So thank you for listening. Thanks to Hila for bringing this to life, and thank you all for checking this out. Hope you dig it, and we'll see you on the next one.